Welcome to the Stockinette Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janeit Mom.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 25. We're a quarter of a century. And it is April 17th, tax day here in the United States.
Yep.
Because the 16th should have been it, but it's some federal holiday. Washington, D.C. has some holiday today. Anywho, hopefully everybody got their taxes filed and that's not a big surprise for anybody on the other side.
Yeah. We got ours filed pretty early this year. Not too bad. I think March-ish, a little early. I don't know. We've had them done in February before, but this year was a little bit more complex. So.
Fun.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. Did you have a grand birthday?
It was nice. I had a really bad week as far as weight loss because I'm out there trying to lose those last 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And I had my birthday. My husband and I went up to Stillwater all by ourselves, so I ate and drank whatever I wanted. And what was the last thing? Easter. All that Easter candy ended up in my house. So I just didn't, I'm back on track. Things are better. But yeah, I did a little bit of overindulging that whole week.
Yeah. I feel like I'm really far away from you. I feel like I gotta snuggle in here. Okay. We had an exciting week. My youngest is crawling. My middle child is wearing underwear until he poops in them. And my oldest child lost a tooth. So I'm having one of those moments where it's like, oh my God, they're growing up.
Yeah, I think Justin lost his first this week too.
His first tooth this week?
Yeah.
Well, he's
well, Grandma was in town, and I think that was,
We're trying to convince her that, she shouldn't continue to try to encourage other teeth to fall out because she needs them to eat. Like, why wouldn't I just want them all to fall out? And I'm like, because you need them to eat, sweetheart, and you don't want them to fall out before they're ready. So, I don't know if anybody else out there has kids that they've had to convince not to wiggle all their teeth free, but
Justin noticed that the second one's wiggling, and he's showing us.
Yeah, the bottom one for him as well. Okay, that was my daughter's as well. She's wiggling the other one.
Yeah. Except Justin had shark teeth, and that's when the tooth comes in behind the teeth that are supposed to be coming out, and then the other one comes out, and then it's supposed to move forward. Hopefully, I don't know. I had to have braces, so he might be headed down that path.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I didn't ever have to have braces. My husband did. So we're hoping, and he doesn't wear glasses, so we're hoping the kid's got his eyes and my teeth. I don't think that's how it works, though.
No, my husband didn't have to have braces, so I'm like, well, that could work. But neither of my parents had glasses, so,
Yep.
Who knows?
Yeah. This week I've got lots of shout outs. We'll show you later. We have had a wonderful gift from Miss Katie Bell. Wonderful mail week. It's a great package from her, which contains some goodies for you folks out there as well. So thank you to her. And then I also got my Dramatic Knit Swap package that Miss Lisa Marie K1, or Lisa Mary K1, not Marie, sent me. She was an angel. My person didn't get it out to me, so she swooped in. And we also had a great week as far as thank yous out on the board.
It was very nice.
Podcaster Appreciation Day. I can't remember who declared it out on Plurk. It shall be Podcaster Appreciation Day or week or whatever it was. But thank you all for all your thank yous. We do not get paid to do this, and it's For me, it's like, well, I would want you to come over and us to sit and talk anyway. It wouldn't necessarily have to be on camera.
And all of you viewers legitimizes this to my husband, so that's awesome. Because he always asks me, every week, how many viewers now, or members of our Ravelry group, I think is what we track. And he's like, oh, wow, you know.
Yeah.
So that legitimizes my leaving him every Tuesday night.
We have a mutual friend, Danielle, and she was like, have you talked to Amy recently? And I'm like, we do that podcast where we get together every week, and so of course you guys are still doing that? And I'm like, did you think we were just going to do a couple episodes? I'm like, we have, like, if you go out and Blip TV, there's like, more than 1,000 hits every week. Really? I'm like, so yeah, even to our friends, we're like,
who kind of sort of knit. I mean,
yeah,
really,
and our geeks, where podcasts kind of resonate with them, right?
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah, not everybody likes to sit and watch a podcast. I mean,
I do, but
I do.
That's probably why we're podcasters, because we appreciate what other folks have done. Also, other administrivia, Wee Sparrow will be contacting folks about your pre-orders. She's got a big cartel website set up where you can go pay the Acme printing company. And thanks again to Shannon. That's going to be a great deal of work on her behalf, and she's doing it for us. And what else was I going to say? Oh, the self-striping knit along continues on its way. Next week will be the 24th, and then the following week will be the 31st. Is there a 31st in April?
I don't think so.
You do the little knuckle thing.
It's my birthday month, and I don't even know. I don't pay attention.
No, I don't think there's a 31st, because I think when I was gonna have my due date for my second was April 27th, which was also his birthday, and I think that Susan guessed that his birthday was going to be in the baby pool April 31st, and I was like, so you're guessing he's never going to be born because there is no April 31st? But yeah, you sitting in front of a computer probably are like screaming at us, yes, there's a 31st. No, there's not a 31st. Whatever. Anywho, there are some fantabulous prizes, and we'll be showing those as the time nears. So
getting there.
Yeah, there's been quite a few finished objects out there. Folks are stripey madness.
Yeah.
So with that,
I guess I have some mentions. I got a couple of birthday patterns. Leslie, the lovely little Leslie from the Knit Girls, sent me a pattern.
You don't call me Les.
Yep. And I want to thank her very much. She was the first one to send me one, and I felt much love.
Kicked off your birthday.
Yeah.
Extravaganza.
Well, and then Mary came through and she bought me two. I was like, she totally didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Your username escapes me, but Mary, thank you. And if I totally botched that, I apologize. I thought I looked at it just before I got here, and it was Mary. But if I looked one row high or low, I'm sorry. I'm a bad person.
I'm horrible with names.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to confuse them with rabbitars and real names and not real names. And but the person who bought me two patterns, much appreciated. You did not have to do that, and I absolutely love my patterns. I haven't cast them on yet, but I have been scoping out what yarn I want to use for them. And Leslie had already told her that I had been collecting yarn because it's kind of a scrappy pattern. It's a pullover tank with it's got scraps of lace weight yarn, and I've been collecting for it for a long time, and I thought once I had enough I'd buy the pattern, but she bought it for me, so
cool.
I might be trying to speed up that process,
So isn't it on the bias?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I saw that when I went out and looked at your
corner to corner, I think is what it's called, and
there we go.
It's really cute, and it's going to be an awesome pattern. I just had a bunch of things that crept into my cast on right here recently. Startitis snuck in, but my FOs have nothing to do with knitting, so you might as well go first.
Okay.
And then I will come in with my lame-o FOs.
All right, I have my kaleidoscope, Megan's Technicolor kaleidoscope.
Pretty?
Yes. It's a bit loud, but I like it. I really like I think I put out there on Plurk, the meta striping, the striping within the striping. And I'm very glad that I have the gray. And I know that you say I generally need a lot less yardage, but I didn't use 2 full skeins of either. So
that
this
doesn't
is
seem
less
to
than,
fully close.
yeah,
Does
it's
it?
not, well,
okay.
I'm not gonna button it up, but I
Okay.
mean, it could.
It's very loosely knit, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's fingering on 7s.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a wispy. It's not supposed to be like go out into the dead of winter wearing it, I guess.
I do have 2 skeins of a light blue. It will be very pretty.
Yeah, yep. Very easy pattern. My modifications obviously were I made the striping within.
You made this a little higher, didn't you?
Yes. So I've never done a bottom up raglan before, so these are raglan decreases versus raglan increases. And I just continued decreasing as per the pattern until it got about high enough that I wanted it. Because, yeah, the pattern has it about here.
Yeah, I don't like those.
I don't either. I constantly feel like they're falling off. Like I have to be like...
Yeah, my $5 in Paris is...
Yep. I knit one.
Every time I wear it, I'm like, okay, I'm wearing a shirt under it that like goes all the way up to crew neck, and then I'm wearing this thing that goes off the shoulder. I feel a little silly in it.
Yeah.
But
so that might be somebody else's, aesthetic, but it's not mine. So, yeah, my $5 in Paris is too big. I think it got donated with all of my maternity clothes.
Okay.
We are not having any more children, and so I got rid of all of my maternity clothes. Got tired of waiting for our friends to have more children, and so I could pawn it off on them. I'm just like, I'm going to donate them. It's almost been a year now, so.
Yep. I'm getting that way with my daughter's clothes because we got another big stack of clothes going on, and I'm like, who needs 4T clothes? Well, I don't know. I mean, some of our friends are close, but not, I mean, they'd have to house them for like a year.
Yeah, and that's just not going to happen, right?
No.
I mean, like, if there was somebody, like if you were saving Justin's clothes and you handed them down to me for Dexter, I would just be like, thanks, Amy. I mean, because by the time it got to that, A, it might not be in style. B, I would have to sort through it and find the ones that actually fit him. And as meticulous as you can be in sorting and whatever, I'm not
you
quite
find
there
them
yet.
after the kid has already
Outgrown
outgrown
them. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
like,
That has been.
yeah, somebody gave me these and I did not use them.
Yep. Yeah. That, and it's just fun to buy new clothes, right?
It is fun.
But, so that is one FO. I just might wear it until I get a little verklempt. And then I decided to modify the escargot pattern because the daycare provider's daughter's head is about the size, even though she's like in college. She said, well, I tried a hat on your daughter and it fit her. And this is my son squawking now that he can stand up in his crib. And he, and she said that it fit my daughter's head. And I was like, okay, so she must have a really small head. And so I modified it, and this ended up being about 14 inches. So this is more of an infant escargot.
Okay.
And really, really cool, fun pattern. And I've got my spreadsheet out there for all of my modifications. So this is the 14-inch, and this is going to be close to 16 or 17 inches, which will fit my daughter's head and the other gal's head.
I can't believe a full-grown adult has a head.
It fits me.
Well, okay. But I mean,
it's housing some brains in there, I promise. So, I mean, it's probably not as much. It's got some negative ease, yeah, versus maybe some positive ease.
I guess.
But this is a nitty pattern, so it's free. I'll leave it with the needles on my head.
Giant noggin. I mean, I don't know. I always have to enlarge hats.
It's a nitty pattern, and this is what it's ultimately going to look like. It's one size is what the nitty pattern is written for, so 20 inches around is the pattern, and it's out of, and I'm kind of falling in love with it, even though it's got acrylic in it. Cascade Pacific. So it's got 40% merino, 60% acrylic, and so it's kind of got the softness of like what's the 100% acrylic that I like?
Simply Soft?
Yeah, the Karen Simply Soft. It's got the softness, but it's also got the give, I guess. Like it doesn't feel like it squeaks when you knit with it because it's got that merino content in it. And I think I mean for gifts, like this is probably not. It's not going to be a preemie hat, but it might end up on somebody in my son's class because it fits his head. But I'm not going to put an escargot on my little boy. I will, on the other hand, take finished object pictures of it. And he's so good at getting hats off now. So like my husband's holding on to him. I put the hat on his head and like grabs hands and like I'm like taking pictures like this, and he's like going like this. And I'm like, ah! But yeah, poor kid's gonna have memories of my mom took pictures of me in girls' hats and held me down. Held me down. So yeah. That is my that's my finished object / work in progress. So they're the same hat, just different sizes.
Cool. Oh, that's right. You only ever do one.
I only ever do one.
So I got a lot. I started my olive.
Did you say you wanted to talk about your? Oh, you have fake finished objects.
Oh yes, I have faux finished objects. Sorry.
Faux.
They're not knitting related. They are finished. I have one for you.
Ah, cute.
These are the fuse beads that the kids play with. So you iron them and they stick together.
Cool. Thank you so much.
And then, let's see. I lost the other one, but these are the Shrinky Dinks. So we were playing with Shrinky Dinks.
And you made a stitch marker out of it?
Yep. Or gave it a jump ring. Here you go.
Ooh, cool.
So I thought they were fun to play with and started.
Can you just buy like Shrinky Dink stuff? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I got like 6 pages at, Hobby Lobby, Joanne, somewhere like that for $5. And they always have coupons, so you can get it for less.
Yeah.
And you probably fit a lot of those little tiny ones on a sheet.
Yeah.
They didn't have the inkjet ones. I heard that you can have inkjet ones, so you can just print off what you want and then cut them out.
And they're thin enough to go through
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's film, and it seems like it would go through, as long as it's a decent sized roller, it could go through a rolled one. And, yeah, but they didn't sell it at Joann's or wherever it was. I think it was Joann's. And so I just bought the ones where you had to color them.
You're multi-craftual. Goodness.
Yeah. But, we've been hanging out and doing lots of crafts lately with the kids. And so that was just, like, I don't know, to entertain myself, I guess.
Yeah. The zombie is super cute.
I thought it was fun. And I've seen people put those things in their rearview mirror. And, like, a girl that I used to park next to at work had one of those Mario flowers that spits fire or whatever, or shrinks you, or, she had one of those hanging and infused beads from her dash. And I thought that was really cute. Every time I walked past
they're
that
called,
car.
when you go out to order them, they're like perler beads though, right? Or no?
Perler's a brand name.
Okay.
I think Fuse
kind of like ketchup and Kleenex.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think Fuse beads is kind of like the generic, if you were to buy them at, on the, at the discount area or whatever, you'd be like, oh, those are perler beads. Fuse beads, These aren't Band-Aids, they're adhesive strips. Or
catsup.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. But yeah, those are the perler beads.
Super creative.
I thought that was fun.
Yes.
It came to me one day. I was like, hey, a hexagon. That kind of looks like our guy.
Yeah.
So,
all right, on to whips.
Yes. I am working on the olive.
That's going to be super cute.
So this is my Woomies. So it got Wumaza.
What's the contrast color?
Don't ask me, something long in German.
Oh. So they're both.
Yeah.
So one's like rat, isn't it? No.
No, it's not one of the rat ones. It's a tonal. It's white and black, and it blends into gray. And I don't remember what it is. There's probably real fanatics out there screaming at the computer. But and this one is carduncle. Carduncle.
It's a very pretty red.
I forget. But yeah, it's
maroon.
Yeah, it's like a. When you see them in the balls, they look to me to be more pinky red.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But
with the black and the white in there, it makes it like maroonish.
When I'm wearing it, it doesn't seem in the knitted doesn't
Wilmie's
seem so
overload there. Wilmie's lar. Wilmie's.
Yes, I know.
She's
bright, beautiful colors.
Yes.
I had cast this on a gajillion years ago, and then in a fit of startitis, I just decided to go ahead and do the collar portion and get
Did you do a top down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Reading some of your notes and then going back to some of the other people's notes, I figured out how to do that, and then I made sure that all the numbers worked.
Mm-hmm.
The increasing is even all the way through though, because I hated the on the I don't know. So
on the front and the back, there's a different rate of increase in between. Yeah.
Yeah, on the yoke piece, and it's like, well, that doesn't matter. So I did the correct increasing for the stockinette part, but this part up here with the this I just evenly increased until it was the right.
Yeah, I can't think of why you would need it to be different, but
I don't,
because you're increasing the same number of stitches. It's just.
I don't know if they wanted it to lay more forward, or I'm trying to.
Or is it? No, it's different. Is it a different number of stitches you're increased on the back versus? On the
yes.
Front? Okay.
The back increase, like in the stockinette part, you increase on the back one knit stitch and then one knit to front and back, and then on the front you do, and the sleeves you do every stitch, knit front and back.
Okay.
So anyway, I just
and that's
did
a
what they said.
Heiziger pattern olive.
Okay, yeah.
I think they recently made it so you could download it online. Versus buy it. I can't remember.
Okay.
But those patterns, just like you have to beg to get them, or really, it's like a scavenger hunt. Like, oh, I really like that pattern, but I can't find it anywhere. I have to go find it at some obscure, whatever. That's just because I had that with my daffodil and with olive, and I'd finish it up and people would be like, where do you get that pattern? And I'm like, well, I bought it a couple of years ago and I've just got around to knitting it, and now I don't know where to tell you where to get it.
Yeah, that one with the beautiful V in the front. With yeah. That was a chore, and now everybody goes, oh my god, that's beautiful.
Where'd you get it?
Where? You're like,
I think I found one store that had because it's not a magazine, it's like a pamphlet. That had it in stock, and then I think now I don't even think it's there. So, anywho.
It's one of those rare finds, and then she knits up a beautiful finished object, and then everybody wants it. And you're like, well, sorry.
And I was pimping it too. Like I was using it for Wilmie's withdrawal month. Which one?
Oh, okay.
What is that? I can't remember now. Which month? I don't know. Yeah, Madeline Tosh-May is coming up.
Oh, that's Madeline Tosh-May. It's like March, Malabrigo, and you gotta get them all down.
Yep, you gotta get them in there. Which, by the way, I won the Mr. Yarn random prize for participating in Malabrigo March. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Amy and I were talking, and I'm actually going to propose to Mr. Yarn, and so that I can become Mrs. Yarn.
So other whips, I finished my ball with eyes, but he needs like feet or arms or whatever, and I think I have enough to do like little stubby arms, so he's just going to be a creation. He was supposed to be a monster chunk, but now he
almost looks striping.
Yeah?
Like if I looked over there really quick, he almost looks striping.
The front, definitely.
If you could enter into our FO thread, you could enter him, and I would call that striping.
I can't, but okay. She's nudging you out there.
Yeah.
And then I have that one sweater that shall not be named. Never
The
remember the
chitin.
name. Chitin.
Because I did the show notes last week, so it's the chitin.
The chitin got a few more inches.
Chitin or Chiton.
It got a few more inches, but the love stopped because I had to rewind the damn ball.
Uh-oh, what happened?
It just got all sorts of tangled and discombobulated, and I had to untangle it and rewind it, and I was not happy. But
Such a soft yarn.
we are back to good. Yes, that is the Pima Cotton Silk from Misty Alpaca, and I love that yarn. I made a daughter sweater out of it, and it got a little fuzzy, but otherwise holding up great. Wash it, dry it, no problemo. I teeny tiny cast on started something. This is the back to school vest. Is that what it's called? Do you remember? The fitted knit back to school vest.
I think so. Yep, it's back to school.
Back to school
That
vest.
doesn't look worsted.
It is. And this is Dream in Color Classy.
Ah.
In the Cinnamon Girl, I think. Yeah, Cinnamon Girl. Or if it's not Cinnamon Girl, it's Cinnamon something. Colorway. And yeah, I have 3 balls of this, and hopefully I'll make it through the vest. That's like 600 and some odd yards.
I think mine.
Or 750 yards.
I think I only used how much? Three skeins of 220.
Oh, okay. So 3 skeins of 250 should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, started that. Teeny tiny start. But just one of those things, like I had the ball wound up for a long time and decided to start it. So it might have been like the olive, and it might stay there for another 3 months and wait for me to get back to it. But it's
Stay
started.
tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. And then I have more startitis. Like I said, I just got crazy. So I started my second sock, finally, of the skews.
Second skew sock.
Yes, skew sock.
Say that 3 times fast.
Second skew sock.
Yep.
So that's on its way. Depends on different loves. But I think I'm going to be on the sweater love for
Well,
a
you
while.
have to finish the skew for our knit-along, sweetie.
No, I don't. The fact that it made it out of stash and into an object, I mean.
Okay.
And then my hitchhiker got lots of point love. And I was going gangbusters on this, and I was like thinking, I'm going to finish this, and then it kind of slowed to a crawl because you get 2 really dark sections.
Yes.
And I'm only at 29 points, so it's going to be a big scarf to do. But I finally got the second ball wound up, so I should be
And what yarn is
hitting
that?
this again. This is 3 Irish Girls in the Colin colorway. And I just happened to think the other day, it's Colin's, it reminds me of Phineas and Ferb, because Dr. Doofenshmirtz made himself a balloony, his best friend balloony, and then he said he everlasting super duper spray, and it floated away one day, and his best friend left, and then when he met his best friend again, somebody had renamed him Colin. So if you're fans of the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or if your kids are fans of the show, you know what I'm talking about. But I thought about renaming this Balloony because it's out of the Colin color. No, this is my friend Colin. He does not like you anymore.
Those are some fancy tips on there. From green.
Oh yes, these are my signature, my one and only signature needles.
Got those at last year's shop hop, right?
Yes, I did. And we missed this year's shop hop.
Wah, wah.
If Amy of Darn It Anyway is watching, which I know she's not, or anybody who goes to those hops, I like the Darn It Anyway free pattern that they had. But they said available for $5 download. I'm like, I don't like it that much. So if anybody went onto the shop hop and didn't like it, you can send it to me. Because it's a very cute hat. We didn't make it out there.
Yeah. Which, by the way, at Yarn Over, we are not staying the night before because it's my son's birthday. We are staying the night after.
Yes.
So Saturday night,
The day of, yes.
we are going to be, the day of, that evening rather than the evening before. We're going to be in town, swinging singles up in the big city.
Or just west of it. Whatever.
Yeah, yep. We're staying at the DoubleTree.
Yep.
And so I don't know if the teachers will still be staying there because I think that's the one that's associated with Yarn Over. But we could have like a little knit-in or something in the lobby, and go out to supper. And I don't know that any yarn shops will be open that late on a Saturday.
Or nearby,
yeah,
for that matter.
Yep.
I know that in years past, like Stephen B has put like a shuttle from Yarn Over to his, or maybe it was the other one, Knit In. There's one at the Mall of America, or it used to be at the Mall of America. And they'd have shuttles going to his yarn shop and back. But I'm sure he has a booth there and he doesn't need to do that. But, yeah, I don't know how to arrange all that. I just know that we'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the, we have both classes signed up. I don't know when it ends. Do you know when it ends?
I think it's 4.
Okay, ends at 4. So maybe we could plan to be back at the hotel by 5:30, and we'll just sit and knit in the lobby and wait for people to go, hey, you want to eat supper?
Or, yeah,
I don't
just
know.
go end up doing something. That's the nice thing about being 2 people. You know? I mean, if nobody else shows up because nobody wants to see us, then I know I always want to see you, Amy. So, I don't know. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of your pants kind of gal when it comes to things like that. Kind of a la Diane of Knittables deciding to go to Stitches South, lucky duck.
Yes.
At the last moment. But if you make plans, it seems like then it's, like set in stone plans, like agenda, like gonna be there, like blah blah blah, corner towel. Then something inevitably happens and you end up just having to do it ad hoc anyway, right? So why not just plan to have it be?
Okay.
I don't know.
Express your interest in eating supper with us.
And a place close by.
Throughout the day.
Yeah.
And we will come up with something, out our ears, We'll be like, I don't know.
We're also very open to suggestions.
Yes.
As that is not our normal stomping grounds.
Exactly. So. It's not too far away from downtown Minneapolis, but, downtown Minneapolis on a Saturday might be a little difficult to arrange.
Yeah. Especially since we don't have like a big caravan or,
Yes, this is true. We'd be very happy going to the lobby of our hotel, ordering pizza, and then creating a ruckus.
Yeah.
And having them send us to our room.
Go to your room. Let the royal rumpus begin.
And who knows how many people are going to be there. I know that there are some teachers that are holding over and teaching classes on Sunday in the area shops. So it could be that they decided to stay the night right there at the DoubleTree, and you'll be able to meet all those people in the lobby. I don't know.
Don't know either.
But there's some really great teachers, and
yeah,
it'd be amazing to have them just hang out with us.
Yeah.
So,
see what they're doing. Talk to them a little bit more outside of because I'm sure that there's a fair amount of chit-chatting that goes on in the classes, although I've never taken one. But you would think that, there is an agenda, right?
Yeah.
You have to get down to business eventually.
Yeah.
It's business time.
Yeah.
But
we will try to invite our teachers to our little powwow.
Yeah.
Maybe. And we'll definitely be sliding them buttons.
Yeah. Wear this. Tell people.
Yeah. We'll be what do they call those people that like hand out swag at different things? Like we'll be
recruiters or
booth babes.
Yeah.
We'll be Comic-Con booth babes.
Yeah. We'll be like, hey,
check out my button.
Yeah.
Should we wear our shirts and be completely obnoxious?
No, I don't think that that's a good idea. Although you did mention you might wear yours at SSK, right? So.
Well, yeah.
Like one of the days.
Well, yeah. There's several days. It might just be my traveling day, right?
Yeah.
That I wear it. Because it's a t-shirt and it's comfy. And
I'm pretty unabashed, but I don't know. I think if I wore the shirt, I'd definitely wear knitwear over the top of it.
Yes.
So. Yeah. That being the focus and all.
Yeah. Depends on how warm it is. If it's really nice out, I might be wearing my dress.
Yeah.
With a cardi.
I would, yeah. I can't believe you've knitted a dress. That's crazy to me. Crazy, says the woman who knits cardigans out of lace weight. Crazy! A whole dress.
Yeah, DK weight dress. Out of non-stretchy ick, you know.
Yeah.
Hemp.
Empathy, yep. And that's a sport weight, right? So a dress that... No, you said DK.
DK.
I thought it was sport.
Well, it's DK for its content. I mean, a wool would be fluffier.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pain to knit with, I will not lie, but it is a dream fabric.
It's an investment.
A lovely fabric. So, yeah, it was like as you're knitting it, you're like, this is hard on my fingertips. But as you feel the fabric, as you get a big enough piece, you're like, okay, this is totally awesome.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
All right, on and onward and upward. Next up for me, people out on saw this
goodness.
already, but this is O Wool Balance, which I'll grab.
Oh, yeah, you said with the
end.
knots.
Oh yeah, I hid that's going to be my last one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 100. Well, maybe it's less. It's more than 100 yards. I can't remember now. It's O Wool Balance. It's 100% certified organic merino, and organic cotton is the other 50%. And it's 130 yards. But I mean, really, they're just microscopic little tiny skeins, and then there's knots in them. But anywho, the pattern calls for worsted, and this is DK, I believe. And it calls for wool, and I'm doing wool and cotton. So we'll see how this little experiment turns out. But this is the Castle Pullover by Cicely McDonald. And I know right off the bat, I don't know if you've looked at the pictures, if anybody out there's looked at the pictures, but the lace starts about nipple level on the model. And I know that I'm for certain going to go underneath the girls. That or above them, which I don't think you can do because you're doing raglan, right?
Okay.
So you'd have to start them there. But it's just like, why would you have it hit you right there? It's just not an attractive place for anybody that isn't like a teenager to have a line on their chest.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Again, folks can disagree with me, but well, you made a face like you were disagreeing. You were like, so that's my next up.
Well,
this is a recent acquisition.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want it to hit me there.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like teenagers. I suppose they want attention there.
Yeah.
So that's where my
Well,
brain
then
went.
I don't even know that it causes attention. I just think that people that don't have very large breasts, it probably wouldn't matter as much. I guess I don't know. Like a tween. Like I'm
Okay.
thinking of the shirts that hit my daughter there, and she looks fine, right? Because she doesn't have
Okay.
any boobs. But
So re-edit boobless people.
yeah.
The boobless.
Well, and there's good and bad things about that as well. I also, in acquisitions, I have my Tanis Fiber Arts.
Oh, was this phoned in as well?
The Sencha scarf is pretty, but again, it's a scarf. I'm waiting for the scarf, One Skein Wonder scarf. Yeah, but the yarn itself is very pretty. The colorway is Sprout, and it's 75% merino and 25% silk. And the base is her. What is the base? Well, you know the content, but it's like is this a blue label? I can't.
Oh, I guess.
They do. She does it by colors. This Tanis Fiber Arts.
Must be the blue label then.
Does that look blue to you?
Well, the label looks blue.
Yeah. Anyway, it's some of it's in French, so I'm kind of blown off. I'm thrown off, not blown off.
I speak English.
Yeah. Parlez-vous français? Fabrique à Canita. But so I got that. And it's funny, my husband's constantly, what did you buy now? I'm like, technically I already bought this. They're just sending it to me. It's a very pretty colorway.
Who made the pattern?
I think it's the Tanis.
Oh, Julie Crawford.
No, perhaps it's not. I thought it was her pattern. Maybe she is. Anywho, I also won the Webb's Dream in Color March
Oh, wow.
pattern.
Pretty. What
Pattern
color is
and
that?
yarn. It's their lace weight, the Dream in Color. Absolutely marvelous, completely exclusive hand-dyed yarn. Dream in Color 2012, March 2012. Silk, 50% silk, 50% wool, 1,100 yards.
Oh my goodness. They need to do this color in non-lace.
Yeah.
I would buy it in a heartbeat.
And the pattern is Vostok, a graceful sweep of crystalline lace.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is their March 2012 colorway, so it might not ever see the light of day again, and it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I'd buy this in classy in a heartbeat.
Gray and purples and right?
Yeah.
White.
Grays and purple. Yeah, it's pretty.
And so Webb's had a giveaway where on their blog you could leave a comment and 10 folks got
Yarn.
got the yarn and pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of those lucky 10. Woot woot. Woot woot. I think that's all I've got as far as yarn. I also have, I lost my little thingamajigger. My Lisa Mary K 1 was my Dramatic Knits Angel. And she made me, my favorite musical was The Avenue Q, amongst others. I think there was like Sound of Music in there.
It's a zombie.
It is a zombie. And my youngest child's name starts with Q. And my daughter thought that was, she made it for him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, I think it was for Avenue Q. And these felted slippers are phenomenal, Lisa.
Oh my goodness.
They look like nothing I've ever seen. They're adorable. And they are so well made. I mean, just felted to perfection. And so much fun. My new crawler follows my feet around while I'm wearing them, which is awesome. You can also give them a very fun little do.
Mm-hmm.
Give them like a faux hawk here in the middle. And you thought they were like the letters?
Like there's those aliens in Sesame Street that go like, Mo. Oh, and the other one goes stir, and then they like, then they, so then they do the two syllable,
stir,
yeah. So that they kind of reminded me of those, not exactly, but yeah, very cool.
She's a master felter.
Yep,
that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the eyes and everything get so much more detailed because they, just the way that. She puts everything on there. It's cute.
Thank you so very much. You were a wonderful person to have as an angel, and thank you for volunteering on my behalf. So I don't think she got anything in the swap.
Oh,
she
wasn't a swap person.
She didn't jump in early enough, I don't think, to get signed up. But she did a wonderful thing for me. So thank you, Lisa. And then, as far as great week in gifts. I'm leaning over here. Did you throw yours clear away?
Nope, I got it. It's close enough. Yep.
Yeah. Katie Bell, Katie Bell, aka Katie Bell, sent a wonderful package to us. We got some cookies. Oh, and Lisa sent me a little mini skein on a keychain, which I think is a super cute idea.
Awesome idea.
Yeah, because everybody's got little mini skeins.
Enough to make one of those.
Yeah. I got the keychain sock blocker socks because I don't have any of them, although you said they were your go-to free shipping thing with some soft twist from Soft Twist to Ginny. I don't know. So I snagged that. And then I'm going to find some patterns in the book. Around the World in Socks, 20 Inspired Designs by Stephanie Vanderlinden. A mouthful of a name. So I'm going to grab something out of here. Amy, I'll probably share this if there's anything in here that you're interested in knitting. Okay. You want to talk about what you snagged out of the package?
I got a super cute t-shirt.
Monster Love.
Monster Love.
And she sent another one that is a large, a men's large. So, and I think it's a pretty large that we'll be giving away on the podcast for some drawing. I don't know if we'll do self-striping or if we'll save it for a more monster-themed KAL.
A cute little preemie hat was sent along. I'm going to put that with my other preemie hats so that it can all get scented. Yep. Same cookie.
Yum. Sounds so good. Dulce de leche.
And then some Tivana, which smells all chocolatey and yummy.
Matevana.
Mativana. I'm sure it's wonderful. I've had samples at Tivana before. I've just never purchased anything there.
Yeah.
And yeah, this should be yummy. Should be lovely. And it does tell me how to do it in the front, so. And there's plenty in here for multiple cups, so I'm excited. And a little baller, which you could always use a backup, so that'll be my nice backup baller. I'm excited for my t-shirt.
And then she also sent along some Misty Alpaca, 100% baby alpaca lace weight. There's 4 skeins of that, and we'll be adding this into a prize drawing as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Those as prizes, yep.
Thank you so much, Katie. Totally and completely uncalled for, but made my day. And she didn't even know that it was on its way, so it totally made her night as well.
Yeah, I got here and I was all like, woo, presents! Hooray!
Yes. It's like your birthday all over again.
I got a card in the mail today from my sister-in-law, so I was like, oh, belated birthday all over the place.
Yeah. It's no what somebody posted out on the boards that your birthday's not over until you get your last present or something.
Okay. I'm waiting. Yeah. Where's my last present? I'm not sure.
It's probably going to be from me since mine is late, but
okay.
You'll be super stoked when you get it. So yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I've been in that zone where I have been organizing a lot. So I bought these 2 really big, neat totes from, I guess they're for scrapbooking.
Totes?
Yeah. I guess they're for scrapbooking totes? Or something. Okay. But it's like a little, like, clear suitcase kind of thing. And you open the snaps and you open it just like a suitcase. And then you can look at all of and you close it. Suitcase or briefcase. And you close it and snap it. It's got a little handle on it. And then you can see both sides. So I organized my stock yarn. And so basically all my leftover yarn. Stuff that was already in a project. And then had extra yarn. And having done that, then I went out to my totes that have all of my yarn in it. And I went in and I organized it by sock. Enough to make a sock or shawlette. And then I organized sweater quantities. So I have 3 bins of sock yarn. I have 2 bins of sweater. I have 1 bin of lace. And then I have 1 bin of small projects. Like 2 balls, not enough to make like much. Like a hat or a cowl or something. So like those single worsted weight kind of skein. And after looking at all that, I don't think I'm going to be buying much. Everybody should do that every once in a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I recently did that when I was, integrating some of my newer purchases in, and I'm like, okay, it's overflowing this bin. I've got enough sweater quantities of this,
I looked at every single skein of yarn I own, and that's just like, because I went through all the bins, made sure that something wasn't straying from its weight or class, and then I redid them because I used to have them in like, oh, these are all worsted, these are all DK, and then I just decided to do them project based, small project sweaters, sock, and then I have 2 tiny little like shoebox size totes that have like projects that are probably going to be next on the needles kind of stuff. So yarn that fairly recently went into my stash for something that I really want to knit soon. Yeah. very specific stuff.
But
everything else is just stash.
Are you going to start taking pictures and posting to your Galore stash?
I don't think that pictures will be in the future, but I'm seriously considering putting out a tag for everything. Like going in and typing in, like, okay, this is this in this quantity in this colorway, send, and not having a picture would be kind of like, okay, if I really wanted to, then I could go through and do a picture of everything. But the one time I decided to take a picture of everything, I got through 5 balls of yarn and went, this is ridiculous.
Tedious and...
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah.
And I didn't even add them. I just took pictures of them and went, okay, now I have to go in and add those 5. No, I'm done. So I think it might be good. I'll put my stash on list form so you don't even see the pictures, and then I'll put, I'll make sure that everything's entered. And then I can have the nice, insurance list that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. But again, I went through all my stash and deleted everything that was already in a project, because I don't manage my stash on Ravelry. I don't say, oh, this was used for that or whatever. So I just went, I'm going to start over. This is clean slate. So anything that was still in my stash, having looked at every bin, I saw that some of that stuff was still in there, so I left it in there. So anything that you see out there now is still sitting in bins. How many years later?
That happens.
But again, I highly recommend, if you have a large-ish stash, go through every single skein. Go, oh, this is really cool, and then you'll be like, I don't need anything.
And as a cautionary tale, Bacon Fairy told me when I was in Kansas City that moths are not the only thing that eat yarn. She also found through storing yarn underneath her bed, which I was kind of like, was this for late night knitting, or why are we storing yarn under a bed? But if you're strapped for space, you might start storing yarn under your bed. That crickets also will eat yarn.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, dude. I'm glad that, I remember growing up down in Iowa that there were always quite a few crickets running around, but you don't really see them as much up here.
I would say 90% of my stash is in plastic Ziploc baggies and then inside the tote. So
yeah.
There's a few that aren't, and those are in the, the 2 shoebox bins that, might come out of the stash right away. So I haven't put that. It's still in a plastic tub that has a lid on it, but it's not within the actual extra bag that, seals. And they're not airtight either, but
yeah.
I'm fairly certain that no bugs can.
Here's hoping.
Yeah,
that's how mine are stored as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, Bacon Fairy, you might have had yours in plastic bins, and the wicked little crickets found their way in. Don't know. Cautionary tale.
Yeah, no. God, I don't even want to think about it. Make you sick.
Yep.
Oh, don't say.
Did you have any acquisitions other than, you just said that you were...
Nope. Went through my entire stash and said, I don't have any need for any other yarn.
I know. I've been stocking the Nilani, because you said you ordered some, right?
She still hasn't sent it to me. So, I'm not saying that Nilani has bad customer service. I misunderstood when I ordered my yarn that it was already dyed. And I don't think it was. I think that she's dying to order and she's behind. But having said that, when I first contacted her, she said it would be sent out by the 9th. I have not received a shipping notice. So, and I know people who have used her yarn, and they're part of our group because I've seen all the yarns used in our
Tiger Beat, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's beautiful, and I want it, and I ordered it, and I paid for it. I just have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
I ordered it at the end of March, so it's been at least 2 weeks, and it hasn't shipped yet. Now, again, if she's behind and she just hasn't been keeping me posted, this is my second time contacting her. I contacted her on the 8th. No, maybe it was earlier than that. Contacted her. She said it would probably be out by the 9th. And then I contacted her again today. So,
yeah, that makes me sad because I want some Perry the Platypus.
That's what I ordered.
Yeah.
I gotta have it. So, again, it's not it was just a misunderstanding. I mean, if it really is dyed to order, I shouldn't expect it for a couple more weeks, really. Yeah. I mean, and it was just a misunderstanding on my part when she had 4 available in the cart. I thought that that was 4 available that she had dyed up, but it was more likely that she had 4 slotted in her undyed for that colorway. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But I caught an update that, I don't know. Oh well. It's coming. It'll be here.
Yeah, I did the auto ship program of Knitsing. Mm-hmm. And so I've not seen mine either.
Oh.
Like, they said that it went out on because the Knit Girls just reviewed it. And I've been at a yarn shop and been tempted to buy it, but I'm like, nope, I already paid for it. It's in the mail. And they said that it shipped at the beginning of April and still haven't gotten it. So I gave them a call. And then I said, oh, by the way, can I just skip out on the auto ship? I don't want to do that anymore, because at this point, I think you get them a little earlier in the mail than you can get online, but not at this point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a little bit of bad customer service there. I'm just like, I don't think you sent this, because if you sent it at the beginning of April and it's now April 17th, I'm guessing that, I mean, it's not a parcel, right? It's flat, so. Okay, enough complaining, enough grousing.
No, I mean, again, it's not, I'm patient. I do not need my yarn from Ailey. I purchased it, they already took my money, so now it's like, where is it? Mm-hmm. Where is it? Where is it?
I lucked out and got a Fiber Nymph Knitter's Choice slot.
Oh, wow.
And so
cool.
I'll get, I'm getting a gradient, and then she's going to dye up a special. I have a new scarf pattern in mind, and I asked her for a gradient. So we shall see what she comes up with.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so you're in the Knitter's Choice club?
No.
Oh,
every once in a while she puts out Knitter's Choice slots on
a custom order. You got a custom order.
Yeah,
okay.
I got a custom order. But out on the thing, it's called, I think it's a Knitter's Choice custom order or something like that.
Well, yeah. I think that's also the name of her yarn club.
Okay.
So I just got confused.
Okay. So yeah, that's exciting to be working with her.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
I have yet to knit anything with my gradient. It's still sitting.
What did you get?
Prettily. The zombie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The
Wicked Zombie.
Wicked Zombie colorway. My ultra custom yarn. So
mine's gonna be ultra custom too.
Yeah. Fine. And you're the only one who's gonna have it. So yeah.
Maybe, I don't. She could probably dye up. And then so I'm getting 2 gradients. The one she's making for me, and then the other one I'm getting like 800 yards, because I think it'll be a really pretty garment. So
cool.
I'm getting extra long.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
Yeah,
you don't have to break it up into 2 balls. That's nice.
Nope. And that, like a gradient, that would be the issue if you didn't have the dyer making it for you, right? Is like, if they didn't spread it out over the 800 yards, you'd have to like restart down at the beginning or up at the top or on the trim, or I mean, at least now it's just going to transition throughout the skein versus trying to figure out how to do that with not a whole project's worth of yarn. So
very cool.
I was super stoked when I saw it on the website, because you buy them for $1, and I was like, whoa, 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
So
wow.
Yep, I stole them from you. Sorry.
I have not had mad ninja skills at all with anything, so wah wah.
But you did just contact her directly and get something, so.
Yes. That was for Steve,
Yes, yeah. So you were
I just said,
favors.
I will buy another one if you want to make 2. And now we've rattled on for an hour.
I know. We've got, it seems like everybody's been going long this week.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not pile on.
Yeah. Everybody's like, goodness sakes, what's gone into these people? We thank them, and then we should have thanked them for their brevity.
We thank you for keeping it under an hour.
Yep. And Blip doesn't like it when it's over an hour, so.
Okay.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Bye, Ufta.